Welcome once again on determination of stoichiometric equation. We are going to use examples to make the concept clear. A volume of 5 centimeters cubed of 1 molarity potassium iodide solution reacted completely with 2.5 centimeters cubed of 1 molarity of lead nitrate. Calculate the number of moles of potassium iodide. B. The number of moles of lead nitrate which reacted completely with potassium iodide. C. The whole number ratio for lead and iodide ions. D. The stoichiometric equation for the reaction. Then E. Ionic equation solution. But before we do the calculation, I want you to notice that we have been given the volume and also molarity. We have also been given the volume and molarity, meaning you can get the number of moles for this one and the number for moles of this one separately. So solution: A, 1.0 moles are present in 1,000. That is the meaning of 1 molarity of potassium iodide. Therefore, what about 5 centimeters cubed? You put the 5 centimeters on the centimeter side, then you do a cross multiplication, you get 0.005 moles of potassium iodide. Part B: the number of moles in these will be calculated by interpreting this one, 1 mole in 1,000. So what about 2.5 centimeters cubed? You place the 2.5 on the centimeter side, then you cross multiply, you get the value as 0.0025 moles. So the ratio of lead and iodide, we have calculated the moles separately. So let us compare now the moles. So for iodide is this one, 0.0025, and then for iodide is 0.005 in part A. So lead is that, like, and that. So here we are going to divide with the smallest value, like we were doing in empirical formula. So we divide by the smallest value, which is 0.0025, to get 1 and 2. Therefore, stoichiometric equation will use the same values. So lead nitrate plus potassium iodide will produce lead iodide and potassium nitrate. In this case, the lead will be 1, the iodide will be 2 to form the lead, iodide. So that is the stoichiometric equation. So these ions are presented by this, and the ions here are presented by 2. So ionic equation, you write those which are in aqueous form in ionic form, and then you cancel out the spectator ions. So this will form lead plus 2 moles of iodide ions to form lead iodide. Evolution of gas, acid and solid reaction. We are going to look at acid on solid reaction. As an example, when a carbonate reacts with an acid, it is good to notice that they produce 3 things. When a carbonate reacts with an acid, that is, we form a salt as a product, gas as a product, and water. So example, sodium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid to produce sodium chloride, that is a salt, carbon dioxide as a gas, and water. So stoichiometric equation: sodium carbonate aqueous plus HCl to produce sodium chloride, oxygen gas, and also the liquid. Ionic equation, you cancel the spectator ions to produce these ionic equations. So sodium will cancel out, then the other spectator ions are chloride ions. We cancel the chloride ions and to produce this ionic equation. I hope the concepts are clear. So that is the ionic equation. So the reacting quantities: carbonate 1, hydride 2, then carbon dioxide we have 1, and water we have 1. So those are the reacting quantities. Here is a quiz to test the understanding and internalization of the concept. So question 1 and the answers are provided. Then they have the second part of the quiz and determination of stoichiometric equation. Work out, the answers are provided. They are very simple and very interesting. Thank you, and let's meet in the next lesson.